Yokohama is a historically prominent port city and a bustling modern metropolis. Since the 19th century, this seaside setting has functioned as a vital hub of international commerce and a gateway to the world beyond Japan. But it's also a place with a unique culture, full of communities proudly for and by Yokohama. The totality of that local character is perhaps seen best in this football club built by its very own fans. This is Yokohama FC. Yokohama FC is technically a relatively new club, being founded in the late 90s, but its roots are much older, and it's impossible to discuss this team without an understanding of where they came from. The story goes back to Yokohama Flugels, who were founded in 1964 as a company club before becoming one of the J.League's original 10 teams in the early 90s. For those first seasons of J.League, the Flugels had a proud local fan base, global stars like Cesar Sampaio, and a record of silverware, including winning the Emperor's Cup in 1993 and 1998. However, the latter would be the last match that they would ever play as the Flugels, merging with their local rivals Yokohama Marinos for the 1999 season. Now, this decision didn't exactly go down well with Flugels fans, as the vast majority of supporters rejected this idea and refused to support the new unified club. And so, they created their own. Thus, Yokohama FC was born. As one of the first sports clubs in the entire country to be owned and operated by its own supporters, this unique team was reborn as a club of the people, aptly embodying the symbol of a phoenix rising from the ashes. They tapped Yasuhiko Okudera, the first Japanese player to play in Europe, as their first chairman, and brought on German World Cup winner PIERRE LITTBARSKI to be their first manager in the amateur ranks. Yokohama FC would reach J.League status ahead of the 2001 campaign, and they played in J2 for 6 seasons before winning promotion in 2006 to J1, where they'd stay for just a year. Ultimately, Yokohama FC would have to wait all the way until 2019 to book their return to the first division, but they did it in style and featuring a trio of legends in the team: Shunsuke Nakamura, Daisuke Matsui, and the great Kazuyoshi King Kazu Miura. Since then, Yokohama FC have been in the top flight, back alongside their local rivals. And still there in the team is 54-year-old King Kazu, who is well known as the world's oldest professional footballer and a veritable legend of Japanese sport. But this Yokohama FC team is so much more than just the king. In fact, players a third of his age are grabbing some of the headlines now, as teenager KOKI SAITO used an impressive 2020 to secure a move to Belgium. Elsewhere, fellow academy products like Reo Yasunaga and YOTA MAEJIMA have emerged as important homegrown squad members. But, as ever with Yokohama FC, things remain an uphill battle. While their J1 return in 2020 saw them finish a relatively impressive 15th, 2021 has been significantly more difficult, as the team's massive struggles in defense have kept them rooted to the foot of the table. Though some attacking punch has arrived in players like Brazilian striker Kleber, and the likes of TAKUYA MATSUURA and YUYA TAKAGI are exciting when at their best, the truth is that Yokohama FC face a real fight just to stay in the top flight. But in a strange sense, that's the norm for this club, battling for survival and battling against all odds. Whether they do it or not is difficult to answer, of course, but what's beyond question is that they'll try to do it their own way. Yokohama FC's unique blend of grassroots support, a squad mix of youth and experience, and a pinch of star power from icons of Japanese football gives this club a character like nobody else. And just being along for the ride is a thrill unlike any other.